Good evening to everyone. Wanted to talk to you guys for a minute about a really important change that is going to happen in the Oscar El Blue page, public figure page. Let me crank up the volume. How's everybody doing? Good evening. Let me wait for a few people to get on the feed as I am driving over here to downtown over here. How's everybody doing? Good evening. I will wait for a few people to log in. And after that, well, we can discuss about what's about to happen to the page. Good afternoon, good evening to everyone in the United States of America, and good evening to everyone in Mexico. Good evening to everyone in every part that they're listening. Thank you so much for listening to Oscar Blue. It's almost 2:15 in the afternoon over here in Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico. Hi, how's everybody doing? Good evening. There's a big change that is going to come up in the page of Oscar El Blue public figure page, and this is the change, people. We are going to change to a bilingual page. It's going to be bilingual now. The reason why is that the Mexican page, Abusados, it's going to close. It's going to close. So we are going to do segments in Spanish, then in English, or English, then Spanish. And later on in the afternoon, we're going to do segments in English, then in Spanish, and Spanish, then in English. The reason why is because we are closing the Abusados page. It's going to be closed. The page, the Mexican public page is going to close. And we are going to collide now the two pages like I was doing before I started with you guys. So I started doing, both of you guys, Mexican public and American public. One of the reasons why I want to do that is I want the Mexican people to get the perception of the American people, and for them to understand too that this is an invasion, and for them to open their eyes of how it's affecting not only our country, Mexico, but how it's affecting the country of America. Also, it will increase the, followers on Anthony, public figure page, and they will get to know him as he's born in America, but he's Hispanic. He was Mexican American, but he's an American citizen. He's a U.S. citizen. Also, they will learn and they will know how we relate and how we get along with patriots from the United States, and how we are working together as we are fighting the United Nations. That is why I want, both audiences to be together. Sometimes, I will do both languages, and the most important thing is that, both countries can understand that we need to fight this together. It's not just let me go ahead and do the Mexican public and then let me go ahead and do the American public. I believe that, we are in this fight together, and I believe that after this, it's over. Hopefully it will be over. Excuse me. I believe that after this is over, we will work out the immigration problem regarding Mexico and the United States. But first, we need to control this, and we need to fight. So, we are about to do an incredible change in our page. The incredible change is that, we are about to make a bilingual page. Spanish and English and Spanish. Also, we are going to make YouTube bilingual also. The reason why is that a lot of people watch it, on YouTube. So it's better for everybody, and it's better for every single viewer. It's going to be exactly the same rules, exactly the same agenda. That way you guys know that I stick to my values and I stick to what I stand for, and that is against this invasion, against the United Nations, and to protection of our sovereignties, both of our sovereignties, the United States and also Mexico. That is the main reason why I am actually doing this, colliding bilingual pages again. I'm doing bilingual pages again, and we're about to collide, get both of them together again. So good afternoon to everyone. How's everybody doing? We are right now driving. We're about to do something real quick, and we are about to like we say over here, me mandaron al mandado. They sent me to do some little chores over here, and I wanted to talk to you guys about what's going on in our city, and what is going to happen with our country. There's a lot of speculations of what happened with this political party, and specifically this political party that it just won. Things that a lot of people don't know, and that we need to explain, so they will understand how this political party is not going to bring peace to our city. It's not. Imagine, this political party just won, and the next statement that the governor makes is that a caravan is coming to Tijuana. So this is something that is not, this guy, and specifically that his name is Bonilla, he is not for protection of the city of Tijuana. He is for open borders. And also the mayor that just won, that is Gonzalez Cruz, they are for open borders. Not only that, they're Freemason. I know for a fact that they are. So there's a lot of things that they're going to do, that they are going to try to smokescreen the reality, and is that Bonilla has a pretty good relationship, and they've seen them a lot of times with Gavin Newsom. They work together a lot. I'm sorry, I almost dropped you guys. And a lot of changes are going to come. As you have seen, a lot of people from Africa, they are in our city of Tijuana. A lot of people from Africa, they are in the city of Tijuana. This is taking its toll. Paloma's right here? Paloma, you right here? What are you doing over here? What's up with you? You're logging in from Paloma Zúñiga de Lint? God, man, how many pages you got? How many pages you got? How you doing, Paloma? How's everything going? You all right? You're good? ¿Estás bien? Are you good or you're not all right? Just tell me. How you doing? You're good? Ándale pues. Ándale pues. Please, calm down. Say hello to Paloma right here. She's on a live feed. So as we were talking about, what is going on and what is happening over here in our city, a lot of changes is going to happen. One of the changes is that Marcelo Ebrard just went to, as we were talking, and Marcelo Ebrard went to Germany, went to France, and went to Italy. And Marcelo Ebrard went over there to borrow money to get this, the plan for Central America to collide together with Mexico. The only one that, agreed to let him borrow money, it was Germany. Germany has a gigantic problem with Africans. That's why we're getting a bunch of Africans right now in the Salvador and Chiapas. Now we're getting a gigantic problem right here in Tijuana with Africans and Haitians and from people from Haiti. So that is a big problem that Bonilla needs to resolve, a new governor. That these people are extremely intelligent to make up a solution for poor people. That they don't. Remember our president. I remember his speeches. His speeches was to protect the sovereignty of Mexico and to protect the sovereignty of Mexicans and the poor people. The only thing that he has done is increase a little bit the salary, and also to lower the tax in Baja California. And he lowered the tax in Baja California because he knew that he was going to put his best friend Bonilla to run for governor. So the people from Baja California, instead of taxing them 16% for everything, he lowered it down to half, to 8%. So he can get his buddy in here and they can open up the gap for the borders. That's the whole deal. It is really important for us to analyze how this political party is working. And it is really important to analyze how this political party is putting, their particular people in every state and how they're moving. Yes, there are socialists. Yes, they've been, AMLO, Andrés Manuel López Obrador, and also Bonilla. They have been seen in El Foro de Sao Paulo. If you guys need to read what is the Sao Paulo Forum. Go and read that. And you guys can know what these guys are about. They're moving little by little. And they're implementing socialism little by little. And we don't know. We Mexicans are asleep and we're voting for the political party. We're not voting for a person. We're voting for the political party. That is the problem. The person that is running the political party, not the political party. It was one of the worst elections in the history of Baja California. That is the statistic right now that it was giving by the institutional electoral of a state that said that 3 out of 10 on a scale of 1 to 10, only 3 people out of 10 people were the ones that voted. Irresponsible? Of course. 100% irresponsible. But also, people from Tijuana, Ensenada, Mexicali, Tecate, Rosarito, they're tired. They're tired of exactly the same thing and exactly the same situation happening. As we know right now, President Donald J. Trump has threatened Mexico to increase 5% on goods. But the most important thing is to increase the 5% on automobiles. That is the greatest industry around the world. How much millions Mexico exports a year to the United States? We already talked about it. More than 307,000 million Mexico exports to the United States. How much Mexico imports from the United States? 181.1 thousand million. How much Mexico exports on vehicles to the United States? 4.1 thousand million. And the other one that exports to the United States is replaceable parts. That is 28.6 thousand million. So we're getting a lot of factors now. And things are getting, a little bit tense. Why? Because our president is not listening, that he should close the borders and he should get, legal migration. Now you get the governor over here that he's best friends with Gavin Newsom. And Gavin Newsom, what he wants, he doesn't want a wall. He went to visit El Salvador, God knows why. And he's best friends with Bonilla also. So what are they doing? Like we've been saying, they want the United States to cave in. He's the ham. Now you're getting the sandwich over here by Mexico, and you're getting sandwich over here by Canada. And what did Trudeau You guys heard what Trudeau said 2 days ago, right? That because what Trump just said about an increase of 5%, he was going to boycott every product that comes from the United States so they won't get income. That's the import. So Trump is getting attacked by that threat with the increase of 5% in automobiles. That is the greatest industry in the world. You guys read and see that the automobiles is the greatest industry of export and import. So right now, Trump is getting attacked by Canada and Mexico. Our president just came out and said, you know what, we want peace. We want to do this. We want to do that. So what is going to happen in the incoming months? This month is going to be a transitional month. A lot of changes are going to happen. A lot of positions in the government are going to change. A lot of people are going to get fired and new people are going to come in. That's how it is every time a government changes. It's a transitional change. A lot of people in governmental offices get fired or get laid off, and they move them to another position, and then new people come in. That's a transitional change. Transitional. But also, what is going to come in July, that is when we're going to get hit. I believe that is where we're going to get hit. And isn't it weird that after, they told that Bonilla was going to win, they just announced that another caravan is coming, and the place that there is being directed is Tijuana? They don't even know how to hide it anymore. They really don't even know how to hide it anymore. And the thing that worries people the most is that not only Morena won for governor, but they want for mayor and for district a lot of positions in the district by a landslide. And it was because a lot of people from Baja California didn't go out and vote. As you saw the voting booths, as I was recording earlier that Sunday, I was voting booth by voting booth by voting booth. And, it was alone. So a person right now is saying 5% on avocado is 4 cents. It's not the importance of taxing and increasing 5% on avocado. There's a psychology behind increasing avocado, because he can only increase 5% on automobiles. He can do that, and that will be that will ruin the pyramid of the globe of the big monsters that they're over here in Mexico. The big companies like Hyundai, Toyota, Audi, Chevrolet, General Motors, Ford, Chrysler, all these companies that they're over here. That the man labor, cheap man labor, is over here. And Trump has said 1,000 times in his campaigns and in his rallies that he does that he wants the automobile industry back to America where it was, and he wants to get the man labor and all of that back into his country. So this is a way to pressure them to come back. Also, that he's been putting more inspections, and he's been slowing down the export from the semi-truck lane to the United States. Now, what is that? What does that mean? That a truck driver, if he used to cross 6 trailers, let's say Hyundai, parts of cars, if he used to cross 6 trailers a day, now he's crossing 1 or 2. So it's affecting completely the production in Mexico, in Tijuana, and these big companies that are over here. And not only Tijuana has a lot of these, but it's affecting, all the country that they make the production line. It's slowing down. Why? Because it's really slow. In lanes to cross the United States is really slow. It's kind of smart if you think of it, of a way to bring them over here. But it's going to affect ultimately the workers, or Mexican workers over here. So, by this way, like we were talking about it earlier, if you really want to affect the economy, and if you really want to make a statement like we already talked about it, there's just one solution. Close the damn border, put the military in, and also on top of it, tax the 5%. On top of it, tax the 5%. You know, close one day the border. I'm going to close it on Sunday. Tomorrow, I'm going to tax you 5%. I'm going to open it, but I'm going to tax you the 5%. So not only put in the statement that you're going to stop, you know, you're going to start closing it, but tax the 5%. You know, Trump is a businessman. He thinks on the business. He thinks on the money. And he thinks that he's already spent $188.9 billion on illegal immigrants. Also, all the money that he has spent on the wall. So he's thinking, how can I get this money back? Also, how can I get this money back and stop this fluency? But let me tell you guys, like we talked about it yesterday, taxing them or increasing the tariff of 5% is not going to slow down immigration. This is a movement, and it is a pact that it was signed by the United Nations. It is a demonic force that is coming from all across the world to ruin Mexico and America. It is what it is. It's not going to stop with 5%, 10%, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hey, hold on a second. 30%, you're really knocking me out now. What is going on over here? Hey, AMLO, what's going on? It's 30% on automobiles. The automobile industry is the number one in the world. You're a big producer on that. So let's just fix this. Stop the fluency over there. Leave America alone. Close the border. Close your border. And let's just work things out together. That will be kind of like, you have to really, you know, analyze the automobile industry. And you have to really analyze that the automobile industry is the number one industry in the world. The automobile industry is the number one in the world, is the number one in, you know, in everything. Who's the number one? China. Who's number two? United States. Where's Mexico? On 7. So it's on the top 10. It's on the top 10. So Mexico is a great provider when it comes to automobiles, import and export. So that is why potentially he's increasing 5%. It will be, is that the solution? No. But it is a solution to kill them softly and to make them hurt and also get some money. You know? It is a solution for, you know, if you don't understand that you need to close the border, and you, Guy Bonilla, that is just a governor right now, and I know that you guys work together, you guys want open borders, and the border that it produces more money in the world is Tijuana. So if you're gonna tariff 5% increase on automobiles and avocados and beer, might as well, you know, I'm going to do it slowly. You don't learn the first month. I will, you know, get some money back and also let you know that I'm putting my foot down. And next month, you don't do anything. I will increase it to 10. And next month, I will increase it to 15. But why? That is a good way to get money back and to make a statement. But it's not going to. There's, like I said yesterday, there's two options. Whether your number one option is to protect the American people, make money out of it, and also ultimately, after you make money out of it, you know, stop the fluency of the immigrants like it's coming. That's 3 options right there, you know, and you're affecting, number one, the economy on the automobile industry. Number 2, you're affecting the economy on avocados. But that is a strategy. You know, I think of it that is a strategy. Why? Because what Mexico exports to the United States is the most important thing. Is not avocados, and it's not beer. It's automobiles and you know, and replacement parts and semi-truck vehicles. So avocados, how much percentage Mexico exports to the United States? I think it's 0.39. And how much beer he exports Mexico to the United States is 0.89%. So how much of, you know, how much, which is the largest one? Is vehicles with 11%. So why is he taxing and why is he increasing on goods that is avocados and beer? Because he wants to affect the people. Also, Trump wants to affect the citizens also, so they will realize that there's a problem. And not only that, because they're buying avocado and they're drinking beer, So he was like, oh, okay, I will affect not only the top dogs, that is Hyundai, General Motors, all these top dogs, all these great, rulers of the industries of the world, but I will also send a message to the buyers, the people, that I am going to increase this, and if it doesn't stop, I will increase it 10%. So it's not only sending a message to the automobile industry, but also to the people. Now, that is a great option to stop the fluency of immigrants coming from the South. That is a great option. It is a great option for us to put a foot down. But as we talked about it, this option would have been a first option when you started this. Because I remember, I'm going to close the border. I remember that threat. It didn't happen. You just closed 2 lanes and that was it. I remember when you called national emergency. It did not, the military didn't came to the border. It continued to the fluency of immigrants. I remember when, the 1 year leap to give chance to Mexico to get their stuff together to control the immigrants. And you trusted our president, Donald J. Trump. You trusted our president with that. And it was a mistake to give them 1 more year. Why? Because it provoked immigrants to come as a massive force now. And not only from Central America, now they're coming from Africa, Middle East, Asia, and all those parts. So by you giving a statement that you're going to give Mexico 1 more year, it provoked them to come as fast as they can, and they can invade our city, our south door, and also ultimately invade your country. So that was a mistake to give them 1 more year. Now that all those top 3 didn't work, now we are taking a 5% increase on automobiles and goods and avocados. What would have happened if this number 4 would have been the number 1 option? I don't know who gave the advice to President Donald Trump, but that was a mistake. That was a mistake to wait 1 more year. Now, it would have been great if this option would have been done. I will increase the tax of 5% on automobiles. That is the greatest industry in the world. We are number 2 in the world, as if I was an American. If I was an American, I'm a Mexican citizen, but said that I was, a U.S. citizen. I will increase the tax of 5% on automobiles. Okay. Not only that, I will increase the 5% on avocados and beer. Yes. Not only that, I will randomly take a decision on closing the border whenever I want to, if it is a Friday, a Saturday, or a Sunday. Just for a couple hours, I will close it. I will lose money, but I will settle a statement. But I will get back the money with the 5% increase that I will do on the next day. So, not only that, on top of that, I will cut down the benefits of medical care and welfare on these illegal immigrants that they're just coming. So I will settle a statement that, if you're going to come to the United States, I'm not going to take care of you because you're coming in illegally. Also, I will make Mexico pay for the 5% increase on automobile industry and avocados and beer. So you, AMLO, better take care of your stuff and better talk, the top dogs, this Hyundai, General Motors, Ford, and Toyotas, and all these people that they're right here, cheap man labor, they're going to have to talk to you because you're slowing down production. You're losing a lot of millions and millions. And not only that, I will shut down the border whenever I want to, and I will settle a statement that I will send the military to the border so you will know that I'm the authority and I'm the one that calls the shots. I believe that would have been a pretty much a first decision if you want to protect the country. Now, it didn't happen like that. It was like, I'll give you a chance. I'll give you a chance. I'll give you a chance. They committed a mistake on believing on our president. Our president is lying. So now they want to tax a 5%. 5% is not going to work. So what he needs to do is really go to the head. Tax them not only 5%, 25%, and 30%. And not only that, close the damn border whenever you want to and settle a statement. So you will get your monies back, the $188.9 billion that you've been spending on illegal immigrants in welfare and medical care, you will get back immediately like that. And all the money that you've been spending on the wall, you will get it back. So not only tax 5%, tax them 25%. And on top of that, close the damn border. If it is a crisis, it is a crisis. But it is more of the intelligence of who you're protecting. You're protecting the money, or you're protecting your American people. That is the other option. Which is the priority? To protect the money, the investment, and it will, it will affect immediately, the stocks and all those NASDAQs and all those stuff. It will affect immediately, but it will set a statement. It will immediately set a statement to the president of Mexico to get the hell out of the pact. You're going to learn, because I'm the top dog. I'm the one that calls the shots. I'm the number 2 on production of cars. I want to be number 1, and I want to bring all those industries back. But if I want to do that, I will tax you 35%. On the month of June, I will tax you. I will get the 188.9 million, close to that. I will bring it back. And not only that, I will close the damn border, and I will let you know who's the boss. And leave it like that. But unfortunately, in the United States, it's so different that you got these other people that is called Democrats, and you got this other department that is called Congress, and you got all these other departments that they are socialists and leftists, that they don't let him work like that. It's so different, the politics in the United States and in Mexico. Why is different? Because over here, there's only one solution. There's only one person in Mexico that takes the decision, and that is the president, and that is the government, and the other one is the cartel. There's 3. President works with government, government works with cartel. There's 3. And big companies like Televisa, like Telmex, like Bimbo, like all these companies, they're the big ones. They're the demons of Mexico. They're the ones that they don't pay taxes. So those companies, they're going to be talking to AMLO saying, this guy is pressuring you, man. We're paying too much. Get us out. It's not working out. It's not. Get us the hell out. So we already know that if we are affecting, the greatest way for a man to cave in is to affect the pocket. This is an ideology brought by Aristotle. Aristotle once said, the way to study things is how they begin. And we need to know how this begun. And this is all for power and control. Money. So affect right there the pocket. You want to control them, you want to settle the statement, and you want to control the borders. Go to the next. 35%, I will tax you, AMLO, 35%. You don't listen at 5%, 35%. Not only that, on top of that, for you to learn a little spanking, I will close the border on Mondays when they're coming back to work. And I will settle a statement right there. For 3 hours, I will close the border. Just for 3 hours. And whenever I feel that I want to close it, I will close it. It's my border. So whatever the hell, whatever the hell you think that is wrong, I don't care, because I'm the one who calls the shots. So I believe that right now, there's a lot of decisions that they're being taken. Why? Because the borders are beginning to claim socialism, one after one after one after one. If you see how many years in this state is being governed by another political party, you'll be amazed. 30 years Baja California is being governed by PAN, P-A-N, by PAN. It's a complete change. Now Morena came in after 30 years of being governed by PAN, by PAN. Morena came in, and it's going to be a complete change. That is the Cuarta Transformación. Like Morena was, promoting their change. The 4th transformation. This is the 4th transformation. The 4th transformation is everybody for everyone. Same equal rights. We don't need socialism in our country. We don't need it. We need to end corruption, and we need to increase work. We need to increase the salary, low the tax, and support the education level. We need to stay away from privatizing every single thing. Products from Mexico are from Mexico. That is our main thing to maintain ourselves. Coffee, corn, the fields. Let's export. Capitalize. Let's give the people more opportunities to get permits so they can start their own business. This young woman was saying, the mom and pop businesses, the really small businesses. So you will capitalize on that, but give them the facility to get permits and give them all that, so they will start their own business. Make them entrepreneurs, so we would become a massive force of work. Not only to work for foreign countries, for foreign companies, but work for companies that they are built by Mexicans. That's how you start capitalism, little by little. Importing clothes, it was not a business before. It was 16% of tax, IVA, that is called over here. Imagine you go to the United States. You're an entrepreneur. You want to start a business. And you go to the United States, you make a long line, you spend gasoline, you cross the border, and then you go over there to buy 3 pair of jeans that you can sell in Mexico. Each pair of Levi jeans is $45. Let's say an example. How much time do you spend on doing a line, 3-hour line, gasoline, food, and then coming back? Now, do you think you're gonna have to make a profit out of what you have spent? Time, food, and gasoline. So let's say you want to sell it's $45 the pants of Levi's, the Levi jeans. You're not going to sell them in $45. You're going to sell them in $65, $70. Do you think a Mexican has $75, $70 of your average Mexican to buy a Levi jeans at $65, $75? It doesn't. So we need to increase capitalism in our city, not socialism. Increase capitalism in our city. Give support to mom and pop businesses. Give them permits, give them the opportunities, and support the newcomers, the entrepreneurs. And these gigantic monsters that they're coming over here, tax them a little bit more. Give them, get money from them. All these international companies, increase the tax on them, so they will come over here and they select 1%, just a little bit, so you can get that percent. And you can increase the salary of the man labor and cheap man labor that you are spending, and the Mexican people are not growing on these gigantic companies like Hyundai, like Samsung, like Toyota. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. We don't have to give more power to the rich. We don't have to kill the whole economy and the whole capitalism over here. We don't have to do that. We need the small businesses to make profit and to compete. You know how many businesses were lost when 7-Eleven came over here, when AM/PM came over here? All these small businesses took over the little shopping places that Mexicans used to, sell. Those are the things that I'm telling you. Capitalism in Tijuana needs to grow more, and it needs to have more permits for them to grow. Not only that, if you want this DACA thing, it's good to have foreign students. It's good, but they're spending a lot of money in DACA, a lot. The dreamers and all this stuff. There's a lot of American young kids that they want to dream too. What about their dreams? And what about the Mexican people's dreams? What about the Mexican young kids' dreams? So if you want to make DACA, let's make DACA, both countries pay for it. Both of them. I'll export you students from Mexico to go to Stanford, to go to Yale, And I'll import you, students of America, to go, to come and study over here in Mexico, anthropology, to get their, a little degree on, a little experience over here in the dental field, in the medical field, to go to South America, go to Europe. Export and import. You give me, I give you. It's a give me. It's not give me, and I got all of this, and you just don't give me back. No, let's export the talent and let's import the talent also. So that's quick feed that I wanted to do for you guys. We're not concentrated on the real important things. We're not concentrated on really important things. You know how much it takes for a young woman over here, to get a loan on the government to start her small business? You need proof of this, and that. It's almost impossible to get a loan to start. So let's increase capitalism over here, small businesses. Let's give them the opportunity. These young people that they're hungry, young artists, young talents. It's 2020, for God's sake. Things have to change. Don't be dinosaurs. Don't be dinosaurs and stay on the same thing. There's too many innovations. There's too many young people that they have so many ideas that they're not exploding them. We need to capitalize on that. Zuckerberg, this young. The owner of this, he's young. Look what he did. All these things need to happen, and not only in America, in the whole world. And let's explode these talents. Let's explode these talents on our country. There's too many ideas. And there's too many people that they have extremely good talent, but they're not capitalizing on that. They're capitalizing on the big companies, the big dogs. Like our last president. He privatized the gasoline. What he did, he started bringing Chevron, Arco, Shell stations over here. What the hell they're doing over here? We got our own gasoline. And if we import petroleum, or we export, is ours. What the hell they're doing over here? Not only that, he wanted to privatize the water, electricity. He started privatizing education in some places. So it's all about giving to the big dogs. It's not about capitalizing on small businesses and to have exactly the same opportunity. And socialism is not the answer in Mexico. It's not. It's not the answer. Socialism is not the answer in every country. Do you see what happens in Venezuela? Is it the answer? A little bit of socialism, put it right there. Is it the answer to put socialism in Venezuela? Do you know that professional people are over here in our border, accountants, lawyers, doctors? Not because they don't have money. It's because the resources, they're none. There's no food, there's no water, there's no electricity. Do you know what's happened to Cuba? Communism? And that wave is coming over here. El Bolivarismo, Simón Bolívar. Dominate the whole continent. It sounds Machiavellic, and it sounds demonic, and nobody's believing, and he's crazy. He's just talking out of his butt. But no, people, it is the plan. It is the plan. And our plan is to defend the sovereignty first, and then concentrate on how we are going to explode all these things that we have. On each country, United States has been the #1 in the world in sports, in music, in providing food, You see a McDonald's in China. You see a McDonald's in Bangkok. You see a McDonald's in whatever place. It's being really important for the economy of the world. Whatever happened to that? Have a great day, everybody. We will talk a little bit later. I'm right here. I'm about to do something real quick. It was really nice talking to you guys. I have my perception, and a lot of people have different perceptions. I have my perception as we talk to people that, you know, they know how it's affecting economically the industry, the motor vehicle industry. For me to talk about motor vehicle industry is because I went to a guy, you know, that knows about what is going on. So I just like, you know, I need to talk to this guy first so I can know what is happening. Because I'm not going to talk out of my butt just because I want to. No, let's study. Let's go and find out the reality. Let's go to the source. It was nice talking to you guys. I'm about to do something real quick. I will talk to you guys later on this evening as I am going to concentrate again and the illegal entry and you know, to the United States. I'm sorry. And I'm going to do some recording later on this evening and later on this afternoon. Sometimes I forget to eat, so I'm about to get something to eat right now. And also, you know, after that, you know, later on this afternoon, we will be recording the illegal entry into your country and into our country, and how this invasion is damaging both of our sovereignties. Have a great afternoon. Have a great night. You know, thank you everybody for watching. God bless you all. God bless you. You know, God bless your heart. And you know, I only state facts and numbers. That's the only thing that I state. You know, that's the only thing that I state. Facts and numbers. My brain is exactly like yours. I have the same capacity as you have. You know, it's only reading. It's only what it is reading. And then you analyze it into what your perception is and what is your opinion of what you just read. It's just that. It's nothing that Einstein cannot. It's just reading. The page is right there. Read it. Okay, people. Have a beautiful day. We will talk a little bit later. And let me crank the windows up right here. It was great talking to you guys. And stay safe, and peace and love, and always your country first. Follow my partner Anthony. Follow him. Stay safe, everybody, and remember, there's going to be changes in the page. We're going to do bilingual page. Probably is going to be starting next week. So bless you. God bless you, every single one of you guys. Stay safe, peace and love, and always your country first.